Yo, welcome to this video guys. My name is Robin, and in this video I'm going to teach you about Git. This is a version control system. So basically, if you have never heard about version control system, this is basically a way of managing your complex code. Okay, so let's take a scenario. You are like working for a company. There are a bunch of people working on the same project with you. Then it is not possible for you to just download all their code and keep it in your computer, and you just go on developing your way and you just start developing that their way. So that is not good, right? Like, you need to just have some way of combining your effort and their effort into the same project and build the project. Okay, so Git is basically made for that. It is free and open source, as it is said by the original website here. This website basically is the home website of Git version control system. So I will put in the link in the description below, so don't worry about it. You can download this software, free software, for all operating systems out there. You can download it for Mac, Windows and Linux, and I am in my Linux computer, so I am going to show you all about using Git in my computer. But that is not a problem, because Git works the same way across all the platforms. So if you are on Windows, you need to download a program called Bash. So using Bash, you can basically enter the commands that are used for Git. So the old school type, like command line, that does not work good with this Git version control system. So you just need to be little familiar with Bash shell. So just, if you want to download it, just click on the link here. And so I am on my Linux, so it is showing me Linux. So if you are on Windows, it must be showing in Windows, so that's not a problem. So let me tell you something what you can do with Git. So say, like, take another example. You are developing a web application, for example, that has a lot of files and folders. Like, you must have done some programming before. So like, say like you develop half of the program, so you are halfway complete to your project. So while you are doing your project, let's consider your operating system crashed. So no one wants that, right? All your effort is going to get wasted. So Git does not let you do that. I mean, Git does not let you happen that. So using Git, you can just track all of your changes, put it in the cloud. So the cloud, basically, let me show you, is Github, where we basically save our code. So if you have heard little about Github, this is basically a website that basically has bunch of code here. You can create a new account and just create new repository. Repository means basically the project that you can create here. So in this repository, I have couple of repository here, bunch of repository here. So I created all of this for my project. So you can do the same. You can just keep all of your code here. So there are a lot of advantages on using GitHub as a version control system. For example, you are a new programmer just starting out, so you want to like showcase the world what you are just capable of, right? So the new companies out there are just wanting for developers who have a good skill of using the version control system like Git and GitHub. If you don't have just skill about using Git and GitHub, just they won't let you guys. They don't just let you enter into their company. So this is one of the most important skill that you must have. So I'm going to teach you, just wasting without any time, how to use Git commands. So when I was like learning Git and GitHub for the first time, all those commands, man, this sucks, and I just can't figure out which command to enter, and it just spins my head. So in this video, I am thinking about making everything so simple and just let you just start using Git within after this watching this video. So in this website, you can just, if you think that there are a lot of things you can do with Git, so if you stuck at any point, see at this here, it is like there is also a book in here. You can just read online for free. Just go through this if you want to learn more about Git. But basically what I am going to teach here will be enough for this small project and just starting out. So let's get started. So I'm in my home directory here. So this is my GSS environment here. Basically you can download my GSS. Let me show you guys. This is also one of the tools that you need to have. So here is my GSS. Just search for this. You can just download this software into your operating system and just I will show you what that will do in later. Okay, so I am in my home environment here. So let me enter into my desktop. So I'm in my desktop. Let's now create a folder here. Say this is a Git tutorial. So I want to get inside that tutorial. Let me clear up my screen. So the next thing I want to do is like create 3 files in here. Okay, so the command to do that is, let's say file1, file2, file3. okay, let me list down the command. So you can see here I have file1, file2 and file3 inside this Git tutorial. Now let's consider this way. Okay, Git tutorial is basically your project home directory. Okay, this is your project. Say inside your project you have bunch of files and folders, other files and folders. I basically created 3 files here, but I have not created any folders here. So that doesn't matter if you have files or folders or anything in here. Okay, so now I want to start using version control system in here, and I want to demonstrate how it keeps track of the changes. So the command first thing I want to do is initialize a Git repository. So what does it mean to initialize a Git repository? You need to tell Git about that you are going to track the files and folder inside this project, inside your project. So the command to do that is git init. So hit return. So you can see the message here, initialize a Git repository in this directory. So let me list down what that made in this files and folder. So there is nothing in here. So what did it just do? So I want to show you one thing. Okay, I want to just show you the hidden. So this is basically a command that shows the hidden files inside your project directory. See here, it has a .git folder here. So inside this folder Git keeps track of all of your changes. Okay, so if you have now created the file 4, then inside this folder Git puts that you have created a file 4. So that is basically how it works. So you have a .git means you have initialized the Git repository. So we don't have anything in it yet. Now I want to do is just list down. So the second thing is we need to do is git status. Okay, what does this command do? This command do that asks Git about what files and folders are being tracked by Git currently. So currently we have 3 files in here. We just initialized the Git repository in our project and we have not done anything yet. Okay, so you can see here the file1, file2 and file3 are in red color. That means that we have not yet tracked these files and folders. So basically now we want to track the file and folder. So the command to do that is git add, and you need to specify what files and folders to start tracking of. So now say file1, file2, file3. Okay, you should hit return now. That works just fine, but I am not going to do this way because I want to track all of these files and folders. So if I have like 1000 files and folders inside there, I don't want to just list down each one of them. So I want to do is git add and press dot in here. So and hit return. So it basically must have started just tracking all those files. So let me again check the condition by status, git status. So now see here, it is showing in green color. That means Git has started tracking these files. So Git has started tracking these files. Now we need to commit. A commit means like certain nodes in Git in which you are just confident up to that point that your project looks good. So let me just show you a picture here. So see this picture. This picture speaks a lot of things, like say this is the initial, say we are building a web application, okay? So you created a new project and then you add a authorization and login and log out and all those features in here. So up to that feature your application looks good and working correctly. So you committed in there, okay? The point where you think you need to commit is you have just, you want to just protect the things that you have done till the point. So the next thing you added is like features, some more features in it. Say you added the ability to create a blog post by the users, so you committed here, and so on. You created that users can create comments, you committed in here. So basically it works that way, okay? Creating nodes, the nodes means commit. So basically you start here, create, make some changes and add some feature, create a commit, make some features and create a commit, add some features and create a commit. So this doesn't mean that you cannot go reverse way. Say like you created a commit but you think that was a mistake, then that's not a problem, you can just revert your commit, okay? So that is basically Git, how it works. So let me show you. So we can, the another feature that Git provide us is that you can just add a short message with the commit. So like let me again show you this. So say you added authorization and you at last, when you have already committed all those things, you won't be able to figure out what you have committed. So you can just put a little message in here so that you will later know that what commit you have made at this node. These nodes are basically symbolized or expressed by a long integer in long string. So I will show you what that means later. So now I need to write a short message for this commit. So I want to commit with message, you means you need to enter -m here, say initial commit, okay, and hit return. So see here we have changed the three files and 0 insertions, 0 deletions, created mode and all this information it is showing now. Let me clear up the screen. The new file for now. Okay, I will create file 4 for now. So let me see here. So it has shown that file 4 has added. We committed and then we created a file 4. So now let's say, okay, let's make some changes in this file 4. Say I want a nano editor file 4. This is a good file. See, this is a project file. Let me write project file. Okay, let me just save this and exit out. So let me see. Okay, now we have changed. What do we need to do? We need to add it to the staging area. Okay, now search. So say git add -a. Okay, and then you need to add a commit message. Commit message, let's write here, edit a new file 4, hit return. So you have just added a new file. So now, like, I think that I made a great mistake here. So if you think that way, I should not have added file 4. How can we revert to our initial position? So that's the problem, right? So we have a one commit here. So let me show you here. Git log is the basically command to see all of your logs, what you should do. This basically shows all the commits you made. So you can see here I have added 2 commits here. So I added the initial commit and added a new file 4. This is another message. So the string that I was talking about is this. Okay, so this is basically me, author, this is my email and the date and time I committed this, and the commit message is here. So let me to quit out of this, exit out of this, just press Q in your keyboard. Okay, so I want to just revert back. Okay, so let me list down. I have file 4 still in my project, but I think that I should not have added this file 4 and I should not have committed it. So the command to do that is git reset dash dash hard. So this basically keeps you just out of it and get it to the previous node. So I was talking about, if you just don't understand that, so look here, I created a new initial repository here. I had 3 files in here, then I committed and I added a new file 4 here and I committed up to this point. Okay, so I basically now have to go to the initial commit because I don't want that file 4 and I made a mistake there. So if you think that way, or if your project happens that way, all you need to do is git reset dash dash hard. So let me list down. Oh, look there, is the file 4 is still there. So the pointer has reached to the previous commit, but we have not just cleaned the staging area yet. So to do that, so look here, I have created a 2 commits, so I want to revert the commit, so added a new file 4. So this basically just search in the reverse order, so you need to be careful about it. Initial commit is here, added a new file is here. So copy this commit code here, so like copy, exit out of it, Q. So say like git status. So we don't have anything in our working directory yet or in the staging area. So the command to revert is git revert and just paste the copy code here and hit return. So this basically creates another commit message and it says that you are going to delete this file. So see here, the changes that will be committed is deleted file. So right here like this, I don't want this file anymore. So press Ctrl and O to save it and Ctrl and X to get out of it. So now let's check. So see there, this is no file 4 and I want to show you the log again, git log. So see here, this basically you must have thought that it should have removed this commit, but that does not work that way. Git does not work that way. It has just keep track of everything. Okay, initial commit, it says that you added the file 4 and another commit telling that you have just reverted this commit. Okay, that is just how Git works. Cool, right? So this is just cool. So I want to show you another thing. So say like you have file 3 here. Okay, so now let me create another file. Say this time my file, I want to create file called my file, hit return. So you can see here, this is basically green and this basically means cross. This means that we have something in our staging area or our staging area is little dirty. Okay, so I want to do is that the git status, so we don't have this track this file yet. So what I think now is like I want to add this file to the staging area. Okay, first git add, okay, say it is just cool to say my file. Okay, hit return, so it has just tracked the new things. So the condition here is you have not committed yet, but your staging area is dirty and you want to revert back. You again made a mistake and you don't want this file again. So the command to do this is git clean -ft. Okay, let's see here, this my file has not changed. You know why? Because this works like this. Okay, if you have just added this file to the staging area, then this command does not work. So if you have added this file to the staging area, then the first thing you need to do is git reset just hard, so hit return. So head is now at this commit, so this basically means that head has been moved to another node. So now if you run this git clean dash ft, then it should remove this. So see here, my file is no more. So this is basically how it works. You must have understood this, right? So the another thing is I want to show you is branching. Okay, branching is like another most important feature here. So like see here guys, you made an initial commit, so initial application you started, you created a new branch, you thought you didn't know that this feature is going to work or not in your system, then you created a new branch and you just try to implement the feature. If that works, that's okay, you are just going to merge it into your project. If not, then you are just going to delete this branch and everything works cool and you will not mess up your initial code. So that this is how it works. You create a new branch, try to implement a new feature. If it works, that's okay, you are going to merge to your original project. If not, you are just going to cut this out. So you create a new branch. Okay, so you understand the process, right? And actually the application development works this way, right? We don't know that the code we are going to write works or not. So when you are not confident about it, just create a new branch and test on it, work on it, and if that works, merge it. If not, just throw it. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do this. So let me list down. So I have file 1, file 2 and file 3. I am in my master branch. Master branch means the original branch. Okay, this the color here is in red is the master branch. So we have a master branch. To see what branches are there in your project, just type git branch. So here, look here, there is an asterisk symbol here, and the branch that you are correctly in is in asterisk symbol, and the master here means that you only have a master branch, you don't have any other branches in your project. So now it's time to create a new branch. So say I want to add a new file, so I want to create a new file, new branch. Okay, the command to do this is git branch. Say this is a test branch. Okay, we created a new branch called test branch. Okay, let's see if that exists or not. Git branch. So see here, test branch has appeared. So the asterisk shows that I am in the master branch. So test branch is here. So the next thing I want to do is I am still in my master branch. Okay, I have like 3 files in here. So what I wanted to do is now jump into this test branch and add some files in there. So the command to do is git checkhout the name of the branch you created. So see here, the master has branched to the test branch. So this means that you are in this branch, another branch. So let me show you diagrammatically. You are in master branch, that you have moved to this test branch. So this is how it works. So say here, now next thing I want to go is add some couple of files and folders in here. So let's say dot return. Just see this. So okay, I just added here new file here. So I want to do is git add first, git commits and write some message here, and commit for hit return. So I'm in my test branch and I made one commit. I was in my master branch, I jumped into the test branch and created a commit. So now I want to switch to my master branch. So let's see here, I have all the files and folders. Let me switch into the master branch. Master, so I have just switched into my master branch. Let me see. So you see here, there are only file 1, file 2 and file 3. There is no this weird file in here. So that means that whatever you do in your another branch, that is not affected into the master branch. So say like you made a mistake, so say like you just not made a mistake. So let's see first how to merge this branch. So I think I made a good decision to create this file, and everything looks good, and this feature has been implemented successfully. Then I want to merge it into the master branch. Okay, so the command to merge this into the master branch is git merge, and write the name of the branch, test branch, and hit return. So see here, it has just given some information here, and it has added this file into our master branch. So let's see here. So see here, I'm in a master branch, and this has been added, and the code has been merged. So this is how it works. Okay, so I want to just see what branches are there in it written. I have a test branch, so I have just added this feature and just checked it, implemented it, and it works correctly, and I have merged it into my master branch, and I no longer need this test branch, right? So I want to delete this branch. So the command to do this is git branch, write the name of the branch, and just hit dash t here. So hit return. So test branch has been deleted. Let's see. Git branch, master branch, there is no test branch. Looks cool, right? So we have just successfully learned the Git up to this point. If you are just confident up to this point, then you have just learned Git, and just congratulations guys, you have just learned one of the most important skills that a software developer of this age should have. So if this video has helped you, please don't forget to subscribe and give big thumbs. I'll be producing more videos for you guys, and I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys, just keep watching and keep rocking guys.